781 pounds. Phil Pfister, you have been there before. What's going through these guys' minds?
Heavy. These cars at nearly 800 pounds at the handle. You can see Mcintosh really struggling. However, Caron displaying an unbelievable level of power. This apparatus looks like it is just custom tailored for him.
Caron at 8, Mcintosh at 3, and really struggling, Phil.
You know, Todd, you can deadlift in the gym, but you just never know on the day of competition how much power is going to be there. Mcintosh really feeling the weight. Caron just seeing how many reps he can clock out before 75 seconds expires.
And he gets it, so he is the new leader. JF Caron with 12 reps. Make it 13.
Unbelievable, Todd. I did not expect this level of performance from the Canadian.
14 repetitions for JF Caron. He is the current leader in the deadlift. And for 24-year-old Jack Mcintosh, not a good performance, just 3 reps.
And that shows just how incredibly tough, incredibly heavy these cars are. These athletes, you know, they have to pull trucks, they have to lift boulders, they have to press dumbbells, and they've got to lift cars.
And that will take us to the last heat here. Derek Poundstone, a 4-time finalist, entered the deadlift, tied for 2nd place in the overall standings with JF Caron. Zydrunas Savickas, the 2-time World's Strongest Man champion, is the group's overall leader.
Well, Caron put up an awesome 14 reps. If anyone can chase that result down, it's these two guys. This is going to be a fantastic matchup. Both of these guys with great brute power for an event just like this. It looks like Poundstone has a little more efficiency, a little bit faster pace, but those 75 seconds leave a lot of room for Big Z to come in and close the gap.
And remember, at 781 pounds, currently, Savickas has 8, Poundstone 9. Well, this is close, Phil, with just a few seconds left. Who's going to edge out the last one and possibly get the win? The mark to beat, 14, put up by JF Caron.
You know, this is amazing watching two of the world's strongest trying to chase down JF Caron. And I can't believe the guys are tied.
No rest. Just over 15 to go.
There you heard it. Just over 15 seconds to go. They're both deadlocked at 12.
60 seconds, and they both spent everything they had and can't use the remaining 15 seconds because there's nothing left in the tank, Todd.
781 pounds, and it's JF Caron's 14 that gets it done. Poundstone and Savickas tie at 12.
I don't think anyone would have predicted Caron coming out over Poundstone and Savickas.
That's the way it played out here in California. Savickas gets 12 ties with Poundstone. So with 14 repetitions in the deadlift, JF Caron gets a 2nd event win, and perhaps more importantly, he picks up 6 points towards the overall standings. Savickas and Poundstone tied for 2nd. Matheus Barone was 4th. With a total of 20 points, JF Caron moves into the overall lead with just 2 events remaining. Savickas is a half a point back in 2nd. Poundstone is in 3rd with 18.5 points. So here we go, the Keg Toss. After 4 events, Jack Mcintosh of England resides in 5th place overall. And after showing so much promise a year ago, Phil, his 2nd trip to the World's Strongest Man has not gone as planned.
This is an event where any athlete can make up huge ground.
Quick with the first 2 kegs, which are 40 pounds each. Now he's on to the second ones, are 45.
Todd, this is also an event where it can all fall to pieces for any athlete.
These kegs are 50 pounds each.
Nice recovery by Mcintosh, able to get the first 6 over.
And here's where strategy comes into play. Phil, has he burned up too much energy? These weigh 55 pounds.
Well, the key is not only to have muscular endurance, but also to be able to find the groove again. It becomes even more critical as the athletes attempt to progress through all 8 kegs.
Well, he is credited with 6 kegs for Jack Mcintosh of England.
And Jack had some fantastic recoveries early on, really smooth, really explosive, but just didn't have the muscular endurance and the power to get the last kegs over.
Well, Derek Poundstone is yet to win a World's Strongest Man title, but in the last decade, he's been one of the most consistent performers in the sport. He's the subject of today's metric science of strength.
Poundstone, you can really see the overall power indicators here, along with grip and flexibility. This man is agile, he's dynamic, and he is meant for the next event.
So Derek Poundstone now has his turn with the keg toss. Remember, the kegs range in weight from 40 to 55 pounds. He's got 1 minute and 15 seconds to try to get this done.
I love watching this event, Todd, and he is one of the best.
Ready?
So Poundstone is on clock, going right to where the kegs are, Phil. No problem. That's a 15.5-foot wall.
He is definitely making easy work of this, but he was a little slow getting to that first keg.
Last one. And he does it. 21.47 seconds.
You know, as incredible and powerful as that was, he made it look casual.
He is the current leader. And for Derek Poundstone, who hasn't always enjoyed the keg toss, his outlook certainly has changed entering this year's competition.
I sucked at it until last year. You know, I finally found my groove and became a little more fluid. It didn't really require more training, it just required me to sort of let go and not try to control the keg and just swing this 50-pound object as high in the air as possible.
Poundstone is now the man to beat. Do Savickas or Caron have a reply? We'll find out when the Metrics World's Strongest Man continues.
Ready?
This could go very fast for Zydrunas Savickas of Lithuania. Look how quickly he's moving through these barrels.
Todd, no hesitation. You saw in that one keg just a quick check to make sure it was going over.
And he's got it. 19.12, so he surpasses Poundstone's 21.47 to take the lead.
Amazing. So easy for him. You saw he really attacked that first keg. Unlike Derek, there was no hesitation. And right here, he actually has 2 kegs in the air at the same time.
He's now standing by with Maylene Ramey.
Zydrunas, great job. That was beyond unbelievable. You actually had 2 kegs in the air at the same time. How exactly do you do this?
It's not so heavy because first keg is light, and to make good result, you must be very fast. And if I will be faster, then 3 kegs will be in the air. It's my dream.
That's your dream, to have 3 in the air at the same time. Maybe next year.
Maybe next year.
The final competitor in the keg toss is JF Caron of Canada, who, somewhat surprisingly, is the overall leader in this group. Now, based on what you just saw, Phil, with Zydrunas Savickas, that lead in jeopardy here?
Absolutely. Anything is possible from JF. Who would have imagined that he would be leading against Poundstone and Savickas?
So he gets the first 3 over and almost takes 45 pounds right in the head.
You know, Jeff's just showing how difficult this event really is. You have to be on your game, not only with the power, the strength, the speed, but you have to have technique. You have to be able to relax, find the groove consistently, not hesitate, and chuck those kegs over the wall as fast as possible.
What do you think about his technique, Phil? I haven't seen this before, the hop back and then the throw.
You know, it's just really clear that he hasn't spent the time training these like Poundstone, like Savickas, and like some of the other competitors. It's all about experience and technique.
He says he is done. He will go ahead and grab 3rd place, so he is credited with 7 kegs in the time of 1 minute and 15 seconds. Zydrunas Savickas' phenomenal time of 19.12 seconds earned a victory in the keg toss. Derek Poundstone gets 2nd, Caron was 3rd. Mcintosh, Skeen, and Barone rounded things out. With 25.5 points, Savickas is back on top of the leaderboard with just 1 event left. Caron with 24 points, dropping to second, but he has a half-point advantage over Poundstone as they head to the Atlas Stones. Zydrunas Savickas, J.F. Caron, and Derek Poundstone are among the planet's very best ranked athletes, but only two will move on and compete for the title. They'll complete their qualifying round when the Metric's world's strongest man returns.